How's it going, everybody? As I once again, Mr. Cinema Junkie, coming at you with my promised review. First official in a long time. And we're kicking this one off with a little movie called Clown Town. I don't know why this thing is kicking all these boxes all over me, but okay, I hope they don't show up in the video. Clown Town. Now, when I first heard about this, I thought that people were just jumping on the bandwagon of all the known killer clown movies, especially since 31 had just come out, and that's kind of the big dog on the block. More so because it's made by Rob Zombie than anything else. What I'm waiting on is Circus of the Dead. I got clowns on the brain, and this one looked appealing. And it says right here, a group of friends get stranded in a seemingly abandoned town and find themselves stalked by a violent gang of psychopaths dressed as clowns. That's basically the whole run of the movie. They go to this spot, and it looks pretty abandoned, and one by one, these crazy looking clowns, one in particular looks like completely insane. The kills are good. It's got some blood offerings. Not too over the top. Would I recommend it for little kids? Maybe not. Probably cause them to have a clown phobia of some sort. Believe me, we got enough of that running around. Overall, I liked it. I'm glad I bought it. I'll probably be watching it again real soon. Was it the greatest movie of this subject I've ever seen? No, not really. But I give it a very fair 7 out of 10. Next up, Fender Bender. Don't know if you've ever heard of this one. It kind of came and went, like my dad. Fender Bender is basically about a girl who gets into a scuff, a little auto accident, and the guy gets out and they exchange information, and she starts getting text messages and being stalked and things like that. Starts off with a girl getting text messages saying, sorry about today, and I'm your new friend, and all this other jazz, and you find out that he's in the house with her. And that's basically what he does. He gets into these scrapes with people, gets their information, and then he knows where to find them, and he goes and he stalks them, and he does horrible, horrible things to him. Overall, good movie. Better than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little corny with the title and all, but kind of in a roundabout sort of way. Kind of put me in the mind of like Laid to Rest. He has one way of killing, and it's this big, huge spring-loaded knife that he has, and he uses it quite well. I think the eerie part comes towards the end, like what he does with the bodies after he's killed them. It's I won't give anything away, but overall, another decent buy. I rate this one just a tad bit higher at a 7.5. Can't go a full 8. Didn't grab me that much, but a 7.5, just a shade over Clown Town. Definitely one to pick up. Give it a look. If you find it for rent at Redbox, grab it by all means. Definitely worth the $1.50 rental. And the third movie, and this is why I'm kind of brushing past those two, because this is the one I want to really talk about, one I've been waiting quite a while for, and so have a lot of you. Some of you have already seen it, because you've either been privy to special screeners, you've ordered it online, you've got it on video on demand. Whatever you did to get this, congratulations. Let me know what you thought of it. I just got this from Amazon. It is Phantasm Ravager, the 5th part of one of my favorite movie series. Now, it's kind of hard for me to say this, but I just need to put this out there. The movies themselves pack a lot of camp A lot of times there's some little corniness going on, but you're either a fan or you're not, and I've been a fan since day one. So the sequels were just necessary. They, every time they came out with a new one, I had to see it. And yeah, there were some that were kind of loose, like I'd say part 4 was when they really started like chopping together some outtakes and using a lot of the old footage from part 1 and stitching it together into a movie that they could release. And it ended on a note of like, okay, what happened? There was no real closure there, and people at that point started talking about rumors of a 5th movie. People were releasing fan trailers that they had pieced together, and they were just, in hopes that somebody would say, hey, that's a good idea, let's run with that. Of course, the Phantasm cast, every time someone would say, hey, we just saw a new trailer, and is it true that you're doing part 5? And they would deny it to holy hell. They would deny it. No, there is no plans on making a part 5. No, we don't. Nope. Meanwhile, the people who, like me, who aren't making fan trailers, who aren't writing to Don Coscarelli, begging him to make another movie, the one thought in our mind is, you need to hurry, because we're not going to have Angus Scrimm around much longer. He's getting up there in years. He wants to retire and, take it easy. And who knows how much longer we have him for. And a CGI tall man is not going to do. Well, then the cat was let out of the bag. They said, we've already completed filming this movie. It's in the can. And then we're all like, great, when does it come out? And we waited like, what, a year and a half maybe? Like, torture. We started thinking we got had again. But no, there it is. What do I think of the movie? I gotta tell you, I was a little nervous that Don Coscarelli was giving up the reins as far as directing. And I briefly met the director at Texas Frightmare Weekend. Seemed like a nice guy. Wasn't really too familiar with his work. But I got to tell you, overall, this was such a great. If this is the end of the series, this is a great end to that series. It was over the top. The visual effects, I really thought I really had my mind set that I was going to watch a very bare bones kind of production. It was going to be a lot of, sleight of hand and maybe some guerrilla camera work where, they're filming on the fly and nobody's really supposed to see them filming because they don't have rights to do so. I don't know what all I was thinking. I was just kind of like, well, we want a closing and we need a closing for the movie, and hopefully they come up with something soon. No, I was very surprised, very impressed, actually, at what the finished product was. Did they use some CGI for the tall man? It looked like it at some time. At some points, it looked like they used either some CGI or they touched them up a little bit or whatever they had to do. But even all that was totally forgivable. The new spheres that they used, one in particular has become like one of my favorites. It looks like a big spiked ball, and when it hits you, it attaches, of course, and then it blows up. I thought that was kind of neat. The effects they used when the spheres were chasing the Cuda, I mean, yeah, you can tell that there was some CGI used, okay? You can. I'm not going to ding them for it. I'm not going to be like, you fucking assholes, you can see the CGI. I know some people out there who saw Green Inferno and just had a field day with the ants. That was their focus about the whole movie. Man, but those CGI ants were the most terrible thing I ever saw. I'm like, guys, seriously? That's it? So those types will be very nitpicky about this movie. I watched it for what it was. I enjoyed it for what it was. And it took on the whole time jump and time space continuum deal to another level completely, to where, will there be a part 6? There could be. I don't think they will, but there could be. There's a chance. I don't usually like movies that do that whole time jumping thing, like Terminator and stuff like that. After a while, it's just kind of like, he sent his best friend to take care of his mom so he could be born, even though he was born, and sent him back. I don't get it. I don't get it. But this one didn't have too much problem with that. I'm not going to say any more than that because, number one, I might be wrong in how I perceived it. I am going to watch it again, but I think I got it down. And two, I don't want to give anything away. That's no fun. So, is it a standalone movie? Can you watch it without the other ones? Hell no. You're going to be lost, man. You're going to be wondering, why did he do that? Why did he do this? And who the hell's that? And what's the big deal about this guy? Who's this guy? You got to watch the other ones. So if you can get a hold of them, at least watch the first and second one. At very least, watch the first and second one. The first one's the setup, the second one's the confirmation, and then after that, it's just an ongoing battle between good versus evil, and it culminates to this. I am impressed. It may not be 100% the closing I was looking for, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And I'll give this one a big fat 9 out of 10. I also liked the little cameo they had in here. See if you can spot. Any of you have seen all the movies? Look for the cameo. Look for the surprise appearance. I was definitely surprised. At first I thought this person showed up earlier in the movie, but then it wasn't that person. But then later they show up. I was like, oh, how cool. How friggin' cool is that? So, yes, sir. Definitely in love with Phantasm Ravager. I thought they were going to have that feature the song that Kathy Lester sang at TFW. She sang a song. I think it was called Ravager. I thought they'd put it like towards the end or something, but I didn't hear it. Oh, there is one thing that I do kind of have a minor, teeny-weeny complaint about. Hip-hop music in Phantasm. Why? It's everywhere. It's in everything. Reggie Bannister did a cover of, or not a cover, but he used the music, the Phantasm music, to do a song called "Can You Feel It?" And it had a little rock and roll going on there, and it's all of a sudden at the end, in the end credits, you start hearing the very cool Phantasm music that you know, and then they start hitting it with this beat, and then this guy starts rapping, and I'm just kind of like, really? That's my only thing. I like rap. I like it. It's just certain places it belongs, and certain places I would prefer it not be there. And this is one of those places I wish it wasn't in there. But what's done is done. I still like the movie. So yes, 9 for Phantasm Ravager. What did I say this was going again? 8.5? 7.5? I forgot already. I'm half asleep. This got a 7. I know that. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. If you're into like clown horror and clown terror, things that, like, this cat right there, some of them can come off pretty lame, but this one did all right. It did okay. 7. Yeah, I think I gave Fender Bender like a 8.5. We'll stick with an 8.5 or an 8. Let's go with 8. Whatever I said before, forget it. 8. It gets an 8. That'll teach me to take a fistful of razapam and wash it down with a beer. Ugh. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. You may be getting this video later than I wanted you to. I am having really bad internet service. I have another video that was supposed to go up before this where I got my last 2 Amazon orders, and twice I tried uploading it and then my internet just went. So I have a technician coming in to check the internet, get that back on the ball, and then I'll upload that other video first, and then wait a few minutes, and then I'll upload this review. It's been a while since I've done reviews, kind of out of touch with the whole thing, but I'm gonna keep going. Like I said, I'm already like 1 title down on the next 3 that I'm going to be reviewing, so kind of getting ahead of the game a little bit. But I plan to upload that video Wednesday and then upload another one Friday. And in between times, or on my downtime, I'll be reviewing more beer and good stuff on my other channel. Go check it out. Whoever that is out there beeping the horn at 3:50 a.m. Alright guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. You're the best. Don't ever let anybody take that from me. Talk to you soon.